I said it before, and I'll say it again. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And I said that about AI dubs, and a lot of people said I was crazy, but that day has come. I'm just more surprised that it wasn't Crunchyroll or Netflix that did it, but Amazon. Yes, for those that don't know, Amazon has released AI dubs for several anime, and I have to say, even though I said it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, we not there yet. Amazon, we are not there yet. Based on what I've watched, it's not looking good. But there's a lot to really dig into here. This isn't really just necessarily a thing about Amazon going, here it is, this is amazing, isn't it? This really is something a lot more to do with accessibility than anything, although it does give me a lot of fears for the future of anime and dubs and whatnot, and yes, the potential of it preventing future dubs of certain series just because the AI has been done. But let's actually dive into this. When I first learned about this is that, yes, some people were posting about the fact that Banana Fish now has an AI dub on Amazon. And so I went to check it out, and sure enough, when you go down here and watch the show, or if you go to details here, you'll see audio languages, not just Japanese, but English, AI beta, and Espanol, AI beta. And yeah, I immediately jumped in the episode and checked it out. Let's just give you guys a sample here. Let's just give you guys a sample here so you can tell for yourself. Now, I'm going to, of course, block the screen, and I'll have to cut it up here a bit because I want to avoid copyrights. I'm not sure if they're going to copyright the audio for AI dub, but they are using a lot of the Japanese, audio tracks. So give a listen.
Marvin, you sick, ugly bastard.
Watch your mouth, you little rascal. How many times do I have to tell you?
It's so bad. It's so bad.
You piece of shit.
What?
I told you you're a piece of shit. Nothing but an overgrown fat pig.
Wait for it.
This brat! God damn it! If you weren't Papa's favorite, I'd show you!
So bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. No, anyways, like I was saying before, I came in here initially going, holy crap, it's just this one show. I'm like, holy crap, they're actually doing English dubs with AI, and they're going after Banana Fish. And it sucks because a lot of people are really upset about this because they've been waiting 7 years for an English dub for this show. They love it so much, they wanted to get a proper dub, and Amazon's just basically been sitting on this license. They got the license for it, they've been streaming it, and they've just been sitting on it and not giving it a proper dub. But then I started actually looking into it more and checking other anime on the site, and sure enough, I ended up running into some other ones. And then, yes, I went and digged in further and found out this is something that's been going on for a while now. And this is where we find out what exactly happened. Several sites had reported back in March, Prime Video launches AI-assisted dubbing of movies and series in pilot program. Amazon Prime Video has launched a pilot program using AI tools to dub selected movies and series into English and Latin American Spanish. The initiative, which launched Wednesday, is intended to make the streaming service's vast streaming library accessible to even more customers, the company wrote in a blog post. The AI-assisted dubbing will be used for licensed movies and series that would not otherwise have been dubbed. Now here's the oddity here. This is the oddity, because it's saying specifically they're doing this for selected programs. Down here they listed the very first ones they were doing, and it gives it a sense here that this is Amazon going, yeah, we've licensed these things, and we're not going to give it a dub, a proper dub in Spanish or English, but we kind of want that there for accessibility for people that, maybe they have like some sort of visual impairment or something like that. But that's not really the case because, yes, while Banana Fish is in fact Amazon Prime license over here in the West, if you look around, there's other things that aren't theirs. No Game, No Life, 0. This is Sentai Filmworks. But if you look down here, and even listed as an English subtitled, it is baked into the show. But if you look down here in details, they have English AI beta. And if you watch the show, it is the baked in English subtitled version with the yellow subtitles baked into the show, but it has AI dubs in it. Why? Why? This is Sentai Filmworks release. They have a proper English dub. You don't need to do AI. Go over here, Vinland Saga. If you go down here, details, Espanol, AI beta. No English one, but for some reason they're doing Spanish. And this isn't their property. Again, this is Sentai Filmworks. So this isn't just Amazon's properties that are doing this. It doesn't make any sense to what they're saying here. This is already building into my conclusion overall. This is going to be a case where I think Amazon is doing something similar to what YouTube is doing. For those who don't know, a lot of content creators will know this. YouTube at some point rolled out an AI dubbing system. Everybody, all the content creators were getting signed up for this, and unless you went and disabled it yourself, you were being rolled into it. And what they were doing is they were putting everybody's videos into this AI system where it automatically translated your titles into other languages for other people of other languages, and it did AI dub-overs of your voice. And they were horrible. People were contacting me going, dude, I understand enough English. Can you turn this off? Because every time I go to your videos, because I'm in this region or I have this language selection, it's automatically forcing your stuff to a horrible AI dub, and I can't understand what you're saying, even though I can't understand what you're saying normally. It was terrible. I think that's what Amazon's doing. My theory is that no matter what, if you go to a different show or an anime and your language selection is something that they don't have a dub for, I think it's computing that and going, okay, a lot of people are coming this for Spanish. Let's do a AI Spanish. Thus, again, why titles like this that have English subtitles baked into it, it's somebody else's property, they have an English dub already, and it's doing this. And this stuff is horrible. This stuff is absolutely horrible. Now, I will say, personally, I think that Banana Fish it's passable. Like, it is very much so like early 90s, like, very phoned in voice acting. Like somebody gave somebody a script and they don't even know what they're reading, and they're reading the prompt and they have no inflections, there's no emotion to their voice, it's just they're reading the lines. It's that type of dub work. So I would probably argue that a lot of people that are just completely out of the know will probably accept something like this. But then when you get into things like the No Game No Life one, that's where I was like, holy crap, this is so bad. It doesn't handle like cutesy voices at all. I think Banana Fish probably works better because it's much more gruffier, male voices and whatnot. But then when you get into something that's more anime-ish, that's where things kind of fall apart.
I think somebody somehow has played a terrible joke on you. Overboost.
It's so bad.
Like the useless scrap metal that you are. Kainon Shrod.
It's so bad. And the other funny thing is, and this gets into like more the like deeper subject here about how they're handling this, it does seem like a lot of this stuff is human handled. Like AI is doing all the work, but I think there is a human presence, just because it does seem like there's a very picky and choosing aspect to what it's translating and what it's not. Because yes, whenever there is actual dialogue happening, it is doing the AI dubbing process. But then there's times where characters are yelling or fighting or struggling or crying, it will use the original Japanese track, which makes sense because a lot of the AI can't do that kind of stuff very well. But it makes it really weird when the dub has the character's voice much deeper and then they cry out.
It wasn't even worth going to all that trouble.
It's like suddenly out of nowhere this squeaky voice comes out because it doesn't match. It's weird. It is very weird. And I experienced the same thing when it came to Banana Fish. Well, right here, you have the character starts to panic and freak out. It keeps the Japanese dub in there, and then it cuts over to the English dub.
You overgrown.
See, the AI can't do that. So the Japanese track of him going, ew, 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 is actually still remaining in there. I even had times later on when the characters are fighting and he says something like, get away from me in Japanese, and it just leaves the Japanese in there. It's almost like the person completely missed it or the AI missed it. It's borked. In the end, this whole thing is just sloppy. It is extremely sloppy. It's passable, but it's sloppy. In the end, it's turning into one of those things where I believe Amazon is going for accessibility only. That they're not going for this is official dubs. They're going strictly for, hey, we don't have the budget or the planning to really put into something like this to have an English dub, so let's just have an AI do it. That way somebody that can't read the subtitles can still watch something and enjoy it. And that's where it gets into a gray area for me, where I'm like personally going, but this is slop. But I get what you're saying there. This isn't Amazon going, Banana Fish fans, here's your English dub. No, it's them going, our streaming service wants to have people stream this and be able to watch it without reading the subtitles, and this is for them. I more so wish that there was a prompt that come up on the screen the moment you start the show and it says, this is AI dubbed. It will not be a proper official work here. It is going to be sloppy. It's still in beta. It's going to be really rough. Just know that coming into it. It's got to have some major warning signs on there. Because I do understand Amazon's perspective here where, again, a 7-year-old show, Banana Fish, which probably didn't do insanely well for them. I mean, it's been there for 7 years and it only has like 565 ratings. I doubt it had that much viewership on its platform. Granted, this, I think, was during the time where they did the really crappy double subbing process. And even now, they have, with Prime, you're still getting like 6 minutes worth of ads every episode. It's horrible. It's a horrible viewing experience. I get Amazon's perspective here where it's probably not worth putting money into doing a dub of this. But at the same time, I fear that there'll be a day where they'll put this on a Blu-ray. I don't think they will. Again, I think this is strictly just an accessibility thing. And I hope that whoever picks up this license after it finally drops off of Amazon will give it a proper dub. But for now, that's unfortunately what we have. I think the bigger problem that I see is not really much so Banana Fish. It's more so the other shows we have here. Because again, these shows have proper dubs. And with this one, it has baked in subtitles. This is sloppy. This is utterly sloppy that this burned in subtitle show has AI dubs when Sentai Filmworks has this. I even added at them saying, hey guys, give them a proper dub because this looks bad on you. This looks bad on the property. If somebody watches this and then goes look up the Blu-rays, they're not going to want to buy it because it's crappy dub on here. Same with Vinland Saga. I'm not sure. I would assume that there's a Spanish dub elsewhere. There's like 3 different English dubs on different platforms. This looks bad on them as well to have a Spanish dub on this site, and it's so horrible. I would assume it's horrible. This whole thing is a mess, and it's sad because I think it's just all sort of a unintended casualty to this site-wide dubbing process they're doing, again, similar to YouTube, that's just trying to just throw dubs at everything so that everything has a dub, rather than them all, rely on subtitles that a lot of people either can't read or don't want to read. Thankfully, it does seem like a lot of the newer stuff that's coming on here, at least for anime, does seem to be having dubs coming with it, like Sanda, Gundam GQX, Penny and Stocking, but it does have me fearful for anything beyond that. But anyways, I just want to get on here, give you guys an update about exactly what's going on here, because again, I think a lot of the fear is more directed towards Banana Fish, but again, this is a site-wide thing. This is a site-wide thing that they're doing this for what they call accessibility, in order for customers to be able to watch these shows without subtitles, and Banana Fish is one of them, No Game No Life is one of them, Vinland Saga is one of them, and again, probably hundreds if not thousands of other shows on their platform. Now, could that turn into official dubs in the future? Yes, it could. This could be opening to that door to that. And it could technically push towards Crunchyroll and Netflix. Hey, people are accepting this. Let's open that door as well. That's the big fear that a lot of people have. Because again, we're not there yet. Again, I know it's going to happen eventually, but I don't think we're there yet. We're at some early moments here, and it's not looking good right now. I personally was pushing towards the idea that Japan themselves would move towards that. Have their seiyus put in voice banks and them do the same thing for translation and localization elsewhere. But we're not quite there yet. We're not there, even though it's going to be eventually coming. Let me know in the comments down below, though. Did you check these out? How did you take them? I think the worst is definitely No Game No Life. Again, just the characters' tones being so borked, and again, having in between there, having the squeaky voices in there that just thrown in there randomly in between the dialogue that's really deeper. It's way off-putting, but let me know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you found it informative, if anything else. But if you did, hit the like button down below. If you like this content and you want to support this channel, become a member. Until next time, y'all take care.